What really happened behind Jungkook's tears? Taehyung's revelation shakes ARMY September 1st, 2025. A date that was supposed to be marked by laughter, celebration, and warmth suddenly turned into one of the most heartbreaking moments in BTS history. Jungkook, the youngest member of the group and one of the most admired idols in the world, found himself breaking down in tears on his 28th birthday. But what was hidden behind those tears? And why did Taehyung, known for his calm aura and mysterious silence, suddenly decide to speak out, changing everything ARMY thought they knew? When the first clip of Jungkook's birthday dinner surfaced, fans believed they were simply witnessing another intimate and sweet moment between two brothers. Taehyung had posted a short video on Instagram showing the two of them seated together at a restaurant table. The atmosphere seemed warm at first glance, but sharp-eyed ARMYs noticed something unusual, something heavy in the air. Jungkook smiled faintly, but it wasn't his usual bright grin. His eyes shimmered, as though holding back something unspoken. And then it happened. The moment that froze fans across the world. Jungkook lowered his gaze, his lips trembled, and tears began to roll down his cheeks. In that split second, the celebration turned into a global storm of shock, worry, and speculation. For days, ARMYs debated endlessly online. Was Jungkook overwhelmed by the loneliness that often shadows idols even in moments of joy? Was it the exhaustion of carrying a skyrocketing solo career while BTS members were away in the military? Or was it the terrifying incident earlier that day, when reports claimed a stranger had attempted to intrude into his private space? Each theory spread like wildfire, with hashtags trending across platforms and fans dissecting every frame of the video. But no one, absolutely no one, expected Taehyung to step forward. Known for his calmness and mysterious demeanor, Taehyung rarely comments directly on private matters. Yet, in the days after the clip went viral, he broke his silence in a short live stream. His words did more than just confirm what fans feared. They reframed the entire narrative. Taehyung's voice was calm but heavy as he explained. Those tears weren't random. Jungkook wasn't just emotional because it was his birthday. That night, he let go of everything he had been carrying. The revelation shattered fans. Taehyung described how Jungkook had quietly confessed the immense pressure he had been enduring, not just as an idol, but as a human being. He told me he was tired, Taehyung admitted. Not just physically, but tired in his heart. He said things he had never said before, and I couldn't stop myself from crying too. In that moment, ARMY realized the birthday clip was not just a private dinner caught on camera. It was a rare, unfiltered glimpse into Jungkook's struggles, the kind of pain idols usually hide behind bright smiles and polished performances. But Taehyung didn't stop there. He went further, revealing that Jungkook had even questioned his ability to continue enduring the relentless cycle of fame, scrutiny, and obsessive attention. He feels the love from ARMY deeply, Taehyung explained. But sometimes he also feels the weight of that love. Imagine carrying the expectations of millions while dealing with your own pain. It's not easy. These words sent shockwaves through the fandom. BTS has always been seen as a symbol of resilience, the group that turned struggles into anthems of hope. Yet here was Jungkook, the golden maknae, admitting he too was reaching breaking points. Fans responded immediately. Some were heartbroken, confessing that they cried after hearing Taehyung's statement. Others expressed anger, not at the idols, but at the toxic pressures of the industry and the darker side of fandom culture. Many began to worry about BTS's future after military service, questioning whether the group would return as a whole, or if Jungkook's tears were signs of deeper cracks within the team. The media wasted no time. Headlines exploded both in Korea and internationally. Articles framed Taehyung's confession as a rare moment of transparency in the K-pop industry, where idols' vulnerabilities are often hidden. Analysts even suggested this could mark a turning point in how BTS communicates with ARMY, raw, direct, and more honest than ever before. And yet, amidst the heartbreak, there was comfort. Taehyung reassured fans, "I cried because I realized how much he had been carrying without telling anyone. But I also cried because I know he is stronger than he thinks. We will always be here for him." With those words, the infamous birthday video gained new meaning. What once seemed like a mysterious breakdown now became a symbol of trust, brotherhood, and the painful realities of fame. To ARMY, Jungkook's tears were no longer just a moment of weakness, they were proof of his humanity, and Taehyung's willingness to speak revealed a depth of love and support between the members that could not be hidden. But then came the twist. As the story spread, skeptics began to ask questions. Why was Taehyung's livestream never archived? Why had no official statement from BTS, HYBE, or major Korean media confirmed his so-called confession? Investigations revealed a chilling truth. The narrative might not be real. In fact, there was no verified evidence that Taehyung had ever spoken those words. Neither HYBE nor reliable outlets such as Dispatch or Yonhap News reported it. The viral story may have been born from speculation, dramatization, or even deliberate exaggeration designed to fuel online engagement. The heartbreaking truth behind Jungkook's tears may have been nothing more than a fan-constructed illusion. This realization forced ARMY into reflection. Were their emotions being manipulated by sensational headlines? Was fandom culture itself creating narratives that blurred the line between fact and fiction? Jungkook has always been open about his sensitive side in interviews and live streams. Taehyung, too, has spoken about struggles with anxiety and stress. But if and when they choose to share their stories, they do so in their own words, not through unverified rumors, and that's the danger. The desire for connection, for raw truths, can sometimes make fans vulnerable to misinformation. Each cryptic post or unusual silence becomes a canvas for speculation. In the absence of official updates during BTS's military hiatus, rumors spread unchecked, creating a cycle of confusion, heartbreak, and hope. So what really happened that night? The only undeniable fact is this: Jungkook did shed tears on his birthday. Everything else, Taehyung's alleged revelation, the supposed confession of exhaustion, remains unverified. What we witnessed was not just a story about Jungkook's vulnerability, but also about the power and risks of modern fandom culture. In the end, whether Taehyung spoke or not, ARMY was reminded of a painful truth. Even the strongest idols are human. Even legends have breaking points. And sometimes, the most powerful act of love is not in believing rumors, but in respecting their silence until they choose to speak. September 1st, 2025 will forever be remembered as the night Jungkook cried. But the meaning behind those tears, whether hidden truths or simply human fragility, remains a mystery that only he himself can reveal.